Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I'm just checking in because I'm so excited as tomorrow Mercury starts moving forwards. Yay! Goodness, every time Mercury goes retrograde, it feels like the longest 3 weeks of my life. Although, actually, this time it was only really the last 2 days. If you are able to just chill during this time and this phase and just go with your flow, you'll probably find that it is only the last couple of days that feel the most strenuous or a struggle. Just watch your emotional self, guys, because when those emotions get triggered, it can block out everything else that is going on, and then you're led by the emotional reaction rather than actually listening to what you're seeing. I was listening to, well, I was actually sat on the beach the other day doing my chill thing, as I've been doing that throughout this period, is making sure I'm getting exercise, relaxation, and meditation. And I was with a friend, and she started singing the "I can sing a rainbow." Okay, do you remember that song when you were little? And it says, listen with your eyes, and sing everything you see." So that's what we need to do, is listen with our eyes. When we see things, when we see details, listen to the message. Okay, I talk about angel numbers, different messages coming through from the signs that have been being shown to us regularly. So if you find yourself in a little bit of a stressy time, and even outside Mercury, it doesn't have to be Mercury retrograde that causes this. We've got Pluto going off as well. He's doing his unexpected visits and everything, and bringing a few truths to the party. It's like, do not invite me because I'm going to show up when you least expect it. Any time that you feel it, start practicing your mindset work, keeping yourself in joy, keeping yourself in this high vibration, and then everything will be so much easier. And then also letting go with focusing too much on the retrograde, if that makes any sense. Because although you know and you're aware it's a retrograde, but it's like, well, you know it. So there's little point doing any, considering it, if you know what I mean, or worrying about it. It's happening. It's like being concerned about what's coming in the future too much. If you're constantly looking at that, or you're looking outside yourself at everybody else and what they're doing, you're kind of missing the point, the pinpoint of the map that actually marks the treasure, the biggest treasure of all, is us. So the great thing about this week, right, it's not just Mercury, right? Although I just want to go out and celebrate that. It's also because Taurus is now transiting on the 16th into, sorry, not Taurus, Jupiter is transiting into Taurus. This happens every 12 years. It's going to be in Taurus till the 25th of May 2024. Look back to 1999 if you're old enough, from the 29th of June till the 23rd of October, and look at what changes were coming in for you then, what developed, what expanded, and also probably a bit closer to home. And this, I think people are going to remember more than anything, because it marks that time, the 2012 thing. You remember the film that came out 2012 and everything changed, the vibrations changed? We'll go back to the 5th of June 2011, because that's when the real change happened. That's when the disruption happened and things started moving forwards. But it was disruption in a way to push us to do what we have to do. So if you take in all that's been going on over the last month, doors slammed in our faces. I've talked about this. Being stopped in our tracks. We're in a high vibration from that last 12 years. We're going into something completely amazing and wonderful now. So look at 5th of June 2011 to 11th of June 2012. And again, look at how things expanded. The end of February 2000 to June 2000. Okay, as well. What did you expand in? Look at what your house that Jupiter falls in. Is it affecting your money, your relationships, your working life, your well-being, your health? all of those areas will be significant, okay? And it will have, what you're being guided to do is to take action to expand those areas, as in be proactive. Okay, it's all very well me saying, oh, it's all going to get better, everything is going to be wonderful. Or if you don't do something with the energy and you don't make it work to your advantage, then things may not increase as much as you'd like it to. You will be pushed to increase, but if you're doing nothing and you're being stubborn and restrictive and you know what you've got to do, but you're still avoiding it, why are you avoiding it? That's the question. Why are you not doing it when you've got the opportunity? Then, it's going to actually feel more of a struggle, because it's like a tug of war going on. It's like the planets are really pushing us now. So they're saying, just come on, get on board, get on the back of my bike. We're going to go, And not only is this bike going to go over 100 miles an hour or kilometres an hour, it's got wings. We're going to fly. It's just going to float. It's going to go so fast that we're taking off. So expect from tomorrow things starting to get easier, and then once the 16th comes, things are going to start coming in. The luck that we've already seen, if you've got your eyes and ears open, those little hints of turning around a fortune are going to be a lot clearer, because Mercury obviously is now going direct. So it's going to feel like a fog has lifted. We've also got a really lucky new moon this month as well. And if you have a copy of my 2023 Secrets Revealed, which you can buy on Amazon, just put in 2023 Secrets Revealed, Psychic Predictions and Angel Messages by Sara Perry, and I will put a link there. They're in my other videos anyway. You will see information about this big change. This is the time of miracles. Okay, this is time to face defeat and take a leap of faith to the other side, because it's going to bring the rediscovery of ingredients and involvement of a fresh recipe. So this is a new start, something different, new territory, but rediscovering what we have, what knowledge we've already got, rediscovering the old stuff that's already there. It's been growing forever. It's been growing inside us. It's like going out into the world with nothing, right? Being on the run, you're a fugitive, and you've run out of money now. You're stuck in the wilderness, and then you start looking around you much more closely and listening to sounds. You're becoming aware of all the little treasures and gifts that the world is offering us to keep us alive, right? And you start noticing different things that are growing. These things have been growing for years and years and years, and they were used millions of years, years ago, when all we had was ourselves and what was happening around us, living in caves. There wasn't all this technology and everything. We worked with what was coming into the land. We evolved into this world because we can survive it, right? We weren't just brought into this world so that we had to go and create all these things. The world provided us with the skills, with the necessities of living to be balanced. So everything around us is something we can make use of, all right? So what we're being shown are these things that are there. It was like right in front of our noses. It's just we've got so caught up with trying to be the best. Our egos have got the better of us. We've got all this peer pressure. Everything is just become complicated. You've got the power-hungry people trying to take over, conspiracies going on in everyone's heads, which about the conspiracies that have already been there anyway, and they've been going on forever, but we've been triggered into new ones. It's like we've all been trying to find that last piece of the puzzle to become something, which we half the time, we don't even know what it is. We can't find the piece of the puzzle because we haven't put all the other pieces together yet. We haven't understood what we're building. We haven't understood what our dreams are, what we need in our life. Everything is within our grasp, money-wise, okay? Everything can turn around if we allow it. Now, some of the connections that are going to start coming in are ones that we've made past lifetimes ago. You're going to start feeling much more soul connections over the next month. Many more, you may reach back, remember people, dream about people, suddenly experience feelings that you had years ago that have been lying dormant or you've suppressed somehow. We have to readjust now to be able to survive this new vibration. There's so many things stored, lifetimes of knowledge. Right back, if you look back to the revolution in the 18th century, everything is returning from then, all right? So there's all these different links coming in that are going to be really, really important. We're going to be shown messages and signs that are going to show us an alternative road ahead. But we have to be more aware to get these signs, right? So some signs, right, are right in our face and they're easy to see and they're the simple ones, right? So taking time to look, be aware of angel numbers coming in, double numbers. If any of you don't understand those, it's like seeing, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13 on a clock. When you pick up your watch or you're looking on the dashboard of the car, even 9, 11s is a big one. And once you start seeing them, it becomes easy and they become more relevant. But then as we go up levels, these little signs become more intense, more intricate, more detailed. So again, this is about us looking deeper inside, becoming more aware and starting to look at the world with different eyes. Okay, so we have to be more aware. We've got to be aware in the awareness. Don't get too dreamy, all right? So be in your dreams, expand your dreams, but don't kind of just be so in the flow that you just become passive. That's really important too. So it's like I say, it's like you don't want to be so chilled that then you fall asleep. We've got to find this middle balanced place where we're really kind of open, really seeing everything, really hyper aware, but at the same time, we're still really calm and cool and collected. The pleasanter side of life is unfolding and we are coming into securer times. The world is starting to change again. Things are starting to move. I'm seeing a lot of coins starting to be generated. There's going to be a lot of new money coming in from different sources, okay? I'm just seeing, it's like they're making more money. They're making more coins because things have to be readjusted. There's always been the resources to make this, all right? But I'm kind of getting something being made from something different. We've already got cryptocurrency, okay? Things are being taken away so that we're just using cards, all right? So it really shows, this is proof that energy is flow. You don't actually need a coin in your hand to show you've got money, right? So more can be produced, right? Because really, we're just saying it costs that. We're saying this is what it costs, this is what it is. We've put these prices on things, right? We've had to buy all this stuff. If we took away money altogether, it would all be free, wouldn't it? We wouldn't have to buy anything to make anything because we just have it, because nothing would cost anything. So really, this is real proof that money is just energy. All right, really think about that. That's quite a deep thing. So don't feel that you've actually got to be given a bag of money to actually have something. This is why everything's kind of disappearing, the old style. Because if you think again back to the caveman, people just picked it up. They didn't buy it. They just pick it out the ground. Well, now, people get things out the ground and they sell it. Right? Well, in the old times, you just pick it and eat it, wouldn't you? It's just there. I mean, I saw, this is really funny, there's so many wildflowers and everything here in Spain, and it's wonderful. There's this really pretty bush that was blooming out the back on the campo, and I was like looking at my little yard going, oh, I'd love a bit of that to grow, because it was so colourful and so pretty, and it was growing in such a mass, and I thought, oh, really, it'd be great if it kind of travelled in here, maybe I'll take a cutting. Anyway, I went to a garden centre not so long later to get some aloe vera, and I'm like looking at around in these pots, and there's these plants. They're free. But people are making money out of them. It's like saying, well, I've got a free skill, so I'm going to make money out of it. The only reason we're doing that is because, and that's why we haven't got any money, is because everyone's saying we haven't got any. All right? So if nothing cost anything, it wouldn't cost anything to make it, would it? Okay, really So something to really consider. This is time to develop new energy and take time to rest as you develop new energy for the soul. So make sure that when you are, you may feel more exhausted than normal. You might be really exerting a lot of energy in the day and you need to just kind of take time out. Connecting with people, sharing, offering love, forgiveness is going to be beneficial. And I'm seeing travel being really auspicious this month and really exciting for some people. If you're, for instance, if Jupiter is in your, I don't know, your work house, right? It might mean that there's opportunities to travel in your work because Jupiter's about expansion, so it might be going to new territories, new fields. I see that females in high places will be useful when selling ideas, okay? Think about that one. So if you feel that you need to address something emotionally, you've been attacked by the guilt, you feel upset by something that's really ridiculous, in your own head, and you're thinking, why has that upset me? Start addressing it, okay? It's flagging up. Again, it's a small detail, but it could be that little detail that you need to clear that is going to make you the next millionaire, all right? Or is going to bring you the happiness that you're looking for. Everything will be enhanced, especially communication with positivity. So there's so many things that are coming this month. So because, things have been really challenging where resources are concerned, where Brexit's taken place, obviously we're dealing with, the Ukraine situation, and the cost of living has just gone up. Things have got to come into balance in other areas, right? Because the government cannot allow every single human being to be in poverty, right? It's just not going to happen. So when push comes to shove, and it's like anything, and they feel like, okay, we've done this long enough, they will, like I said, something will be found. Like I say, this is what I'm seeing, is more money being generated. It's like, well, we've got to make some more then. We're going to have to go to the factory and carve out some new coins. And this is what I'm kind of seeing here, is that it's not just the making of that, but it's also where it's shared. So a lot of industries will be re-looked at because we've had all these strikes going on, particularly in England with the travel and everything, and health departments posting all of this. This is a massive thing. And basically it's people are stepping up now and they're saying, look, we know there's more. We know there's something hidden because you're not going to leave yourself without. When you think about it, right, you look at Eurovision last night in the UK, right, and they were obviously representing Ukraine, and it was a wonderful, wonderful energy. I don't normally watch the Eurovision because I find it a bit bizarre, but actually I feel like there's more balance there. Where did all that come from, right? How did they have that set up? People managed to get tickets for that. They pulled all resources and managed to make that happen somehow, right? So that's showing that in a world that seems to be in collapse and everybody's falling apart and doesn't know what to do with themselves anymore, and going, I can't even pay my electric bill kind of thing, that there is something that can be done. And this is where the trust is that everyone needs to be going into, that everything is going to be okay. Somehow we will be settling differences across the world and, between different markets. I'm seeing this whole big kind of united front coming in areas of America, right? Where I'm getting kind of Indian cowboys and Indians situation, right? So we've got the government doing all this stuff and they're all fiddling around up there in their White House and whatever, presidential duties, everything. And, they're going, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But on the quiet, we've got a little army building, and the Indians sneak around. Right? So let's say the cowboys are the, the cowboys, that's a good thing, isn't it? Are in the government, they're doing the thing. And you've got all these Indians sneaking around and they're hiding in the bushes. Now, they've got these skills. They might not have as much, money, the ranches and all that and all the cattle. But they know how they work spiritually, right? So this is where I'm kind of going from. They're like the spiritual ones, and they're sneaking around the bushes and they're gathering together very, very slowly. And I'm just getting the word united in Texas, particularly Indians, just all this Arizona, Texas, Arizona. Why am I saying that? Interesting. Philadelphia, Virginia, North Carolina. Something beginning with Z. Okay, I didn't do geography at school, so I'm getting Zimbabwe, but maybe that's something linked. But anyway, somehow these are going to unite together, and then things will start, they're coming in mass, and it's going to turn things around because it's pushing up, it's taking away the anchor of what's going on in the centre of this kind of White House thing. It's pushing it all up. And everything's being revealed now, right? You've probably seen it all over the internet, all these conspiracies now. I don't really take much notice of it, but I know something's changing. I don't need to know all the details, all right? I just get on with what I'm doing and do it as the best as I can, and do give out the love and be successful and live a life of joy. Because that's actually what you need to be doing, is focusing on that. This is all coming out anyway, all right? It's coming out because I feel it's like a big plug being pulled out. The universe is pulling this plug out, and all these flies are going to come swarming out. And suddenly, everything is free again. And we're all looking up and going, right, well, that was the block. So it's a kind of representative of what I'm saying of a spiritual block as well. Everyone's starting to see, well, it was all this one thing. We've all been focusing on, running around in circles, but we haven't been working together. But now together we can pull this plug. We can do this. And somehow it kind of unearths what's really going on, and things can heal again. And I'm just seeing this kind of big hole in the earth is starting to heal again, but everything is being taken out of orbit. We're being pushed out of our comfort zones. We're being pushed to kind of connect with ancestors, with different dimensions, everything, and we're coming back to source. Okay, so this is a massively huge transitional month. We've got Saturn working with Neptune for a change. So, if you've got a dream, guys, go out and get this dream. All right? Go and reach for the stars, literally. As S Club 7 said. I think they said that, didn't they? Was it S Club 7? Reach for the stars. See yourself touching the biggest one in the sky. Go and stand outside and look at the stars. And just imagine yourself connecting with them, connect with those dimensions, connect with your mission, your soul mission, and start to be proactive and get these things happening. If you want to do something, see anything that has been taken from you as a way forwards. It is freedom. It's a way to, let go of this frustration, this anger, this resentment. It's unnecessary, and it's just causing a burden. I get calls all the time and people saying to me, this person still owes me this and this is this and what am I going to do about it? And it's like, the point of this is to let go of it, because they're winning. People hold on to things of other people's because they want a hold. So just let go of it yourself, your end. You have a choice. Yes, it's annoying. But then give it back to the big jury in the sky, right? Give it to the stars, give it to the universe, and let that be handled, because that's where the biggest justice comes. And that is out of all of our hands, all right? We don't have that control. All the big wigs in the world, they do not have that power. So I'm wishing everyone a wonderful, wonderful month ahead. Do check out my other videos coming out to do with loving yourself wealthy, and do feel free to download the book version on Kindle, the Kindle version on Kindle on Amazon. Check out the link below. I'm very shortly uploading the little booklet. It's only a little small book, but it's got everything. It's a guide to financial freedom, guys. This is your way forwards. If you can practice these techniques, you will aspire to have, you will feel that success in your life and fulfillment every day, which is much more than thinking about this cold, hard cash. Cold, hard cash, right? Cold and hard. Do you want to be cold and hard? Nah. We want to be free and flowing and it just coming to us where we want, yeah? So if you'd like a private reading with me, go to my website, www.saraperry.me, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.